Good morning, everybody. So we are trying to get back into our routine, our school routine. So as y'all know, Drew was sick last week. It's been a week ago today since I took him to the ER. He is doing very good. No issues. He's had some side effects from the antibiotics and stuff, but he is doing much better. So, and yesterday was co-op. So trying to get back into the routine of our school, plus get stuff cleaned up. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed with everything, but we are getting there. So so far we've done our morning time. I've done some cleaning. Need to do some more cleaning. It's constant, y'all. I've done school with Reagan and Harper, and now, so I try to do 2 kids at a time. So Reagan and Harper did school with me, and then now I will sit down with Miley and Logan and do their book work. We're not really doing so we did our morning time, like our devotional time. We're not working on our unit study today. I kind of just want to focus on the basics, and then tomorrow we will work on our unit study. I'm actually doing our unit study differently than what I had originally planned, but it's working. So originally I was planning on doing it 2 days a week, but I think I'm just going to finish this unit study and then we'll move on to the next. It was a little crazy to try to think that I could do 2 unit studies at once. Anyway, so not at once, but like different days of the week. Okay, moving on. I got to sit down with Miley and Logan. So hard when you're overwhelmed to just focus on the task before you and not start doing rabbit trails of cleaning, paper on the floor. I'm like, but my main focus is we have got to get school done. All this, I can get to. Obviously, our kids help with chores too, so we will get there. But it's like I really just want to clean right now, but we've got to get to schoolwork. You ready, dude?
Yeah, and also, yesterday from soccer, ready for soccer.
Yes, you're ready for soccer.
I saw a new shirt.
You are.
But
I got a new shirt and it's a crazy bag.
Yes. Okay, so I'm working with Miley and Logan on their language arts lesson, and we will be doing spelling as well. And today's lesson is extra fun because we get to work with pastels. So that will be fun. And then we are starting our new story. All right, here's our finished pictures. So pretty. Let me see your other one. Huh? All right, Logan, you want to show me yours? Oh, I love it. Do you need help?
No. That's my first photo page.
Is that it?
No, this is the one that I'm working on.
Yep, that's one that you're working on.
I think it's you can't.
There we go. We found it.
You can barely see the little flower petals.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like it. You did a great job. All right, so one of the big things that helps our homeschool and help us stay on track is using teaching textbooks for math. It's got a glare. So what's funny is we were signing in for Jackson to work on his math lesson, and he's like, wait, why didn't I finish this? And it was whenever he was in the middle of math is when we realized Drew was sick and had to take him to the emergency room, huh?
Yep.
So we will be finishing this lesson today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have been using teaching textbooks for about 7-8 years now. We have been using it for a long time, since as soon as our oldest daughter was able. So teaching textbook starts in level 3, so 3rd grade. We have been using it ever since. I've shared about teaching textbooks many times on my channel and how much we like it and some of the perks of using it and how the program works, but I thought that it would be good to hear firsthand from somebody who uses it every day. So this is Jackson. Jackson, what do you like about teaching textbooks?
I like about teaching textbooks is if there's a problem that I don't really understand, they have hints. So it will give you like a memory. Like if I don't know 8,000 plus 5,000, just for an example, if I don't understand.
Because you really know what that is, right?
Yes. If I don't know, then they will have hints for you. Oh, you have to add to this.
Yeah. So kind of like a clue of how to work out the math problem, which it is really helpful. And what's something else that you could think of that makes it user-friendly, easy to use?
There's a scratch pad.
Yeah. So there's oh, our screen went blank. So there's a scratch pad on it.
Subtract this pair of numbers. 8,172
that they like
2,538.
to use. So my kids do happen to like to still use a notebook, which is good for reference. But you can open up the scratch pad.
It's not touchscreen.
Sorry. Oh, you're right. This computer isn't touchscreen. Look at me. And then they can write it out. So we use this mostly, we do math on Chromebooks a lot, which is a touchscreen. That's what I'm used to. But so then you can kind of write out your answer. So instead of if you don't have a sheet of paper or can't get to one or you just want to do it out quickly, that is, I like that update once they added that. Yeah, this is not touchscreen, Drew. So Drew's over here too. So thank you for telling me what you like about teaching textbooks. So do you like this better than like book math?
Way better.
Yeah. So sometimes we pull out some worksheets and workbook math as well, just for extra practice. But all of my kids have liked this, and it's been a big deal in our family when you're old enough to move to computer math, because they sit down with me and do book math up until then. So y'all like it. Do you remember being little and being excited to move to computer math?
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember saying like Logan or Marley, like, "Ooh, I want to do computer math.
Yeah.
It's so cool."
Yep. And so there's different things, like you can choose a special buddy that can be like your character on there or wallpaper. But teaching textbooks does a good job at explaining the math. It teaches the lesson and it grades it, which is a huge perk for me as a busy mom, huh? All right. Well, thank you, Jack.
So.
Okay, so Jackson is starting to work on his math lesson for the day as he's eating some fruit snacks too. One of the many perks of homeschooling is you can snack while you work. Huh.
Yep.
So I wanted to let you guys know that the link to teaching textbooks will be in the description box below. If you have not checked them out for your homeschool, I highly recommend them. They do offer a free trial as well, so be sure to check them out. All right, so the kids are they're working on another picture. I had a measuring spoon. I've got my lunch. I think that's something I'm actually gonna have it for lunch and dinner in the oven. But we have some overripe bananas, so I'm gonna make some banana bread today. I've already got flour and sugar in here. Now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt. The kids could seriously do artwork all day. All right, gonna get the dry ingredients mixed. Y'all, this is that bowl that I got at the thrift store. I think I shared it with y'all. I planned on using it as a double boiler to like melt wax in. I realized it's a Revereware bowl, so I did not melt wax in it. It's like, this is too nice of a bowl. So I'm excited to have a nice, I can still use it to like melt chocolate and stuff, but I don't want to melt wax in it. Okay, I'm gonna add oil. And then 3/4 cup of milk. But I was excited about that whenever I realized I got it for like $2. An egg. Okay, I don't add nuts in mine because the kids don't like nuts in it. Get this mixed up and then I'll add the banana. All right, so I already got the banana mixed in, and then I decided to add some chocolate chips. These are mini chocolate chips.
They're open.
Yeah, gotta get it mixed in.
Banana and chocolate chips.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my lunch. I kind of made like a baked zucchini with leftover tomato sauce that we had for dinner one night. Oh, I say we. Nathan and the kids had for dinner one night last week. I was gone with Drew. And then I saw this on Pinterest, cream cheese on peppers, and then you roast it, and I added some everything bagel seasoning. Looking forward to trying that. I've been wanting to try it for a little bit. So I will have this for lunch and dinner today. The kids actually had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. All right, banana bread's done, and it smells amazing. Okay, so all the important things are done. School is done. Art is done. The kids really enjoyed that. They made several pictures. Lunch is done. Banana bread is done. Now I get to tackle this kitchen and these messes. I've been wanting to get to it all day. Not enough time in the day, y'all. So the little kids already cleaned up the living room. Taylor's chore is to So I'm gonna get her to do that. Jackson Shore is actually the dishes, but there's so much, y'all. And this obviously is a lot. But this is just from today, okay? Big family, amount of dishes. That's why we use paper plates sometimes because, well, yeah, huh? It gets out of, I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of dishes, so I'm gonna help. I'm gonna do like just probably over half of these or all of them. I don't know. We'll see. Jackson is still finishing up a little bit of school stuff, independent stuff for himself, so I'm gonna get to this mess. The cups. They've gotten away from me again. Oh my goodness, I think I did this before. Like pack up all the other cups and just get, it's just too much like to do. I'm probably just gonna, I'll wash all these by hand. That's just ridiculous to fill up the dishwasher with that, but get back into using our labeled cups. It's just a constant battle. So I was thinking about something that I said earlier about just being overwhelmed. Obviously, I mean, we did just have a 2.5-day stay at the hospital. My hair is all sorts of cray-cray, y'all. And just coming back and getting back into a routine. Like, I think it's normal to be overwhelmed. Okay, sorry, Drew wanted some. And I pulled my hair down because I was getting a headache too from it. And it just looked a little crazy anyway. So I was saying just about being overwhelmed. I mean, just trying to get back into our routine. I mean, I think obviously it's a lot. But I was thinking about that, like, inevitably I get comments about, well, you should put your kids in school or shouldn't have so many kids or something along those crazy lines. Just because like there's a season of overwhelm or a season of hard doesn't make it bad. Like those moments that we go through, it's a chance for us to learn and to grow, work together as a family. Like we've had many things that have happened over our life where an emergency arose, just like using Drew getting sick, for example. I see my children working together because they see a need, like all of a sudden it's like, okay, and we jump into gear and get whatever we need to done. And the kids have been very helpful with, you know, me being gone with Drew. And then, I mean, the house wasn't in complete shambles, you know, like everybody has a part. And I just think that there's beauty in that. So to just kind of clarify, I mean, I was very overwhelmed this morning. I knew everything was going to be okay. I knew that I'd eventually get to the messes, and that's how come I didn't like stop doing school and focus on cleaning, because school was more important today. Like we had to get back into our routine of getting into our school books first thing in the morning, because it's like if I don't get the kids sitting down, they end up playing and, you know, doing other things. So anyways, just to kind of clarify that, and also to just encourage y'all, if y'all are in a season of overwhelm or hard, inevitably, you know, I mean, life is not always sunshine and roses. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's bad. Like there's beauty in doing the hard things and rallying together as a family. And even friends, like reaching out to someone who's going through a hard time, bring them a meal, pray for them, just send them a little text that you're thinking of them, that you're praying for them. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm gonna get back to cleaning these dishes. Okay, so it's a little bit later. Did get the kitchen all cleaned up. I sat down for a little bit. There are more dishes though, because now I'm starting to cook dinner. So we have soccer practice tonight for Jackson, Logan, and Reagan. They are playing soccer, and their practice is all on the same night, which I'm so thankful for. So tonight I needed an easy meal. So I'm making Mexican beef rice. We actually had some taco meat already in the fridge that needed to be used up. So I'm just making some white rice. I'm gonna kind of throw everything in there and mix it up, and then it bakes and dinner will be done. Okay, so I have the cooked white rice in here. This is leftover taco meat that we had the other night. And I normally do black beans, but I don't have any, so I'm doing pinto beans. We've got corn and canned tomatoes, and this will be our Mexican beef rice casserole. Get this mixed up and in a pan. How could I forget? I diced up a yellow bell pepper to put in this too. And dinner is done. I gotta get these kids dressed and ready for soccer practice. Get myself cleaned up a little bit as well. Fed, water's filled up, get out the door. So I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all in the next video.